If you're a cafe operator or getting ready to become one, water quality is one of those things that will quietly cost you a lot of money if you get it wrong. Machine repairs, inconsistent espresso, and even higher energy bills are all inevitable without a proper water solution. Inside espresso machines, water is repeatedly heated from 195 all the way up to 255 Fahrenheit in boilers and heat exchangers, and at those temperatures, dissolved minerals behave very aggressively. Calcium and magnesium, what we call hardness minerals, precipitate as calcium carbonate scale. Scale builds on heating elements and boiler walls, acting as an insulator. This reduces thermal efficiency, increases energy demand, and causes overheating. Long-term buildup leads to premature boiler and heating element failure. Chlorides accelerate stainless steel corrosion, and chlorine and chloramines negatively impact taste and degrade seals, gaskets, and O-rings over time. So what do you get without proper water treatment? Poor performance, higher maintenance costs, and a shortened machine lifespan. Today, we're covering 4 categories of water treatment and filtration, how to read your water test to know when each one applies, and the systems built to address it. Before you go any further in this process, you need to test your water. Water quality here in Louisville, Kentucky is going to be vastly different than water in Los Angeles or Austin, Texas. You can't choose the right solution without knowing what you're working with. So to do that, we recommend the Everpure H2O Express Water Test Kit. Just fill the sample vial, drop it in the mail with the prepaid label, and get a full lab report back within 1 to 2 weeks. It covers everything you need from TDS, hardness, alkalinity, pH, chlorine, chloramines, chlorides, sulfates, and LSI. So, Hannah, what do you need to do before you buy a water treatment system?
Test your water.
Once you have your results, compare those against these parameters. They're the industry standard for espresso equipment water quality and also happen to be a great range for coffee flavor. So let's talk about the first category. Carbon and catalytic carbon filtration removes chlorine, chloramines, and organic contaminants that affect taste and degrade seals and O-rings. If your water test falls within this range, carbon filtration is right for you. Carbon filtration is the baseline for any espresso setup. If your test shows total chlorine above 0.05 parts per million, you need it. But there is one important distinction. If your municipal supply uses chloramines, which is a really nasty compound of ammonia and chlorine to prevent chlorine from floating off into the air, standard activated carbon won't cut it. You need catalytic carbon, which is specifically engineered to break the chloramine bond. Standard carbon will reduce chloramine somewhat, but not reliably enough to protect coffee flavor. So let's talk about a few solutions. The Prima CBS15 covers the fundamentals. It includes a 5 micron activated carbon block to very effectively reduce chlorine and any off tastes and odors. And it has a throughput capacity of about 15,000 gallons and 2 gallons per minute flow. The CBS15 is perfect for low to high volume applications with low hardness water without chloramine present. Another option is our CMS10 filter. This system has a lower throughput capacity of about 2,500 gallons and a flow rate of about 1.5 gallons per minute. Like the CBS15, the CMS10 also features activated carbon for chlorine and taste removal, but adds a mineral addition stage that puts calcium and magnesium back into the water. And that combination is actually rarer than you might think in a single stage system. And it matters for coffee because calcium and magnesium are directly tied to coffee flavor. If your source water is soft or stripped, this system improves it rather than just cleaning it. It's the right call for home use or low volume use where hardness isn't your primary concern, but you want every advantage on the flavor side. If you have chloramine present in your water, we recommend a step up to the Prima TAS210, which uses a catalytic carbon block as part of its 2-stage system. This system adds scale inhibition as well, which leads us into the second category of water treatment. Scale inhibition conditions hard water minerals to prevent scale formation without removing them. With a scale inhibitor, hardness minerals stay suspended in solution rather than precipitating onto boiler walls and heating elements. It doesn't remove calcium and magnesium, it actually just changes their behavior. This is the right approach if your water hardness is at or above 7 grains per gallon, your LSI is near neutral or slightly positive, and your pH sits between 6.5 and 8.0. So back to the TAS210. This system combines a catalytic carbon stage to address chlorine and chloramines, plus ScaleX espresso machine safe NAC media to inhibit scale formation up to 26 grains in all types of coffee equipment. The TAS-210 has a throughput capacity of about 10,000 gallons and a flow rate of about 1.5 gallons per minute. We also offer a slightly larger version of this called the TAS-HV, which will put out about 2 gallons per minute. The Prima CPS-15 is another type of scale inhibitor. It's got a carbon block for basic chlorine and off-taste removal, paired with a polyphosphate media for scale inhibition. Polyphosphate media shouldn't be used with espresso machines, but what it's great for is commercial batch brewers or ice machines. It has a throughput capacity of about 15,000 gallons and a flow rate of 2 gallons a minute, which is really great for commercial settings. So if you're not using a CPS-15 for espresso, it'll save you some money compared to the TAS-210 system. Next, let's talk about softening or ion exchange. Ion exchange removes calcium and magnesium ions from water, replacing them with sodium ions and thereby reducing hardness and scaling potential. When hardness climbs above about 8 grains per gallon or so, or your alkalinity above 80 parts per million, and your LSI is trending positive, scale inhibition alone usually isn't enough, and you need to reduce calcium and magnesium through ion exchange. The Prima CSS-15 handles this in a single stage. It has a granular activated carbon for chlorine and taste combined with an ion exchange media. This guy has a throughput capacity between 160 to 320 gallons depending on your hardness. So it's meant for lower volume scenarios or single pieces of equipment. For more capacity between 2 to 400 gallons, or if you're seeing elevated turbidity in your test results, step up to the Prima C5M SS15, which adds a carbon block stage for sediment removal down to 5 microns before the softening stage. It's the same core solution as the CSS15, but with more capacity and more complete protection. And our last category, reverse osmosis and remineralization, removes 90 to 98% of dissolved solids, then rebuilds a controlled mineral profile optimized for espresso. Most of the time, high TDS, hardness, or alkalinity can be addressed with softening or scale inhibition. The number that most often tips the recommendation towards RO is chlorides. Above 30 parts per million, chlorides become actively corrosive to stainless steel boilers, and that's serious damage that compounds quietly over time. If your chloride reading is elevated, don't talk yourself into a simpler system. Reverse osmosis is more expensive up front, but it's going to save you a lot of headaches in the long run. For cafe scale applications, we carry the Everpure Easy RO, available in 200 and 375 gallon per day configurations. This system uses RO to remove 90 to 98% of dissolved solids, then adds calcium and magnesium back through mineral addition. The Easy RO includes a precision blend valve and built-in TDS meter that lets you dial in exactly where you want your final water profile. Its non-electric design runs on available line pressure, and the system is expandable. You can upgrade the membrane and tank size to get more water in the future without having to replace the processor. Now, there's 2 things you need to plan for before you buy an RO system. The first is wastewater drainage. RO discards around 50% or more of the feed water, turning it into a concentrate of all the nasty things that you want to remove from your water. So you have to have the system installed near a drain. The second thing is water storage tanks. Depending on your needs, storage tanks can range from 2 to 50 gallons or even more. Because RO produces optimized water pretty slowly, you need a bank of treated water stored for times of high demand. Make sure you choose the right size storage tank based on your water usage, and make sure you have the space for it. So what I hope you got out of this video is that water treatment is one of those things that's easy to get wrong when you're guessing. The good news is you don't have to. Start with the Everpure H2O Express Water Test Kit, link in the description, and if you want help interpreting your results and matching them to the right system, our team at Prima does this literally every day. Reach out to us and we'll point you in the right direction. Happy brewing.